In Parkour Civilization, the only way to rank up in society is to make more parkour. The higher up you go, the harder the parkour gets. And if you're good enough, you can make it to the top to become the champion. Parkour Civilization used to be ruled by an evil champion who made it impossible to rank up. But things are going to be different around here because now I'm the parkour champion. Now that I'm at the top, these command blocks allow me to make the rules of Parkour Civilization. And I'm going to be the best champion that has ever lived. And I have no clue what I'm doing. Man, being the champion's kind of hard actually. I don't even know what changes to make. Okay, I'm obviously going to need some more advice before I go changing the entire world. All right, let's just start off with this. Give me a water bucket. Nice, let's go. Being the champion's kind of awesome. I can get whatever I want now. All right, I'm not going to get carried away. I still have a lot to do. I'm the best player in Parkour Civilization at parkour. I don't know a thing about running society, but fortunately there's someone who said he would help me, and that's the old champion. And no, not the evil one. After I freed the old man from parkour prison, he insisted that he had his old secret house back. I don't know why, but I gave it to him. But even though he turned down the role of becoming champion again, he's really the only one who knows a thing about running Parkour Civilization. I told the old champion that I had zero clue what I was doing and I needed some help. He said I should use the command blocks to look back at the history of Parkour Civilization, and there I'll find the answers I need to make a better world. Okay, so I guess the command blocks are gonna allow me to time travel or something? I have no clue what this is gonna be. Alright, so I need to know what life was like in Parkour Civilization before the evil champion. Show me life in Parkour Civilization when the old man was the champion. After I jumped on the command blocks, my vision began to change and I was teleported somewhere. My champion boots were gone, but whatever this was, it felt real. I was down at the bottom of Parkour Civilization. I was in the parkour temple at the noob level, but the temple looked a little different from the one I remember at least. In the middle of the entrance to the temple, there was some giant square platform thing, and there was no barrier to get in. I didn't really know what I was supposed to be looking for. I mean, I was here for answers on how to run Parkour Civilization, right? But as I stood there, someone appeared right in front of me. It was my parkour master friend. Except he wasn't a master, he was a noob. Yo, bro, what's up? Hello? Okay, I guess he can't hear me. This must be from when he first joined Parkour Civilization. Interesting. So before the evil champion, new players would spawn down here instead. I guess that's good to know. Oh, no way he failed his first jump. I am totally bringing that up to him when he gets back. But what really caught me off guard is instead of falling into parkour prison, he just spawned right back inside the parkour temple. Man, I would have loved to live in a time where I didn't have to parkour to survive. Okay, this is one thing I need to change. I gotta fix the issues at the noob level first. All right, I'm making some good progress. Back then, parkour prison didn't exist. The evil champion added parkour prison as a way to make sure the worst parkour players never had a chance to come back into society. It looks like the evil champion also added the ticket system and the barriers so it would limit the amount of people trying to rank up. Man, I gotta give him credit. The evil champion was kind of a mastermind. I watched as another noob arrived at the temple and made his way towards the course to rank up to become a parkour pro. When I completed this course to rank up, the last jump would have been impossible if it wasn't for the barrier block. But in the old days, parkour noobs had the ability to sprint. That means the last jump, the 3-block jump, was easy to make. Well, not easy to make. I mean, of course it was easy for me because I'm the champ, but it wasn't impossible is what I'm trying to say. Okay, so that's another thing I gotta change. I gotta give noobs the ability to sprint. If they can sprint and they have access to the temple, they can actually make the course to rank up to become a parkour pro. Okay, I think I got a lot of things covered on the noob level. I have a good idea of what changes I need to make. Now let's see what's different on the pro level. When you rank up and become a parkour pro, your entire life starts to revolve around doing daily tasks. Well, at least that's how it was for me when I was a parkour pro. From what I saw, it looked like daily tasks were still a thing, but I was wrong. I watched as a parkour pro went up to the dispenser, and instead of getting a daily task and a piece of steak, he just kept getting food until he got as much as he wanted. There wasn't any daily task. Under the evil champion, the daily tasks gave pros a certain amount of time each day to practice in the training grounds. But before the daily tasks, the pros could practice as much as they wanted. There were no barriers blocking the entrance, just like the ticket system down at the noob level. Okay, so I think it's safe to say that the evil champion was responsible for the barrier system, but just as that thought crossed my mind, I turned and I saw someone. It was the evil champion. This was before he made it to the top. He was just a parkour pro. And now it looks like he's trying to rank up to become a master. Okay, well I gotta follow him now, right? This has gotta be close to when he comes into power. Ah man, this is kinda sad because now I'm gonna watch the old man's downfall. When I did this course to rank up to become a parkour master, there was a jump that was impossible. The only way I got around it was because I found a secret barrier path. But given that the barriers were kind of the evil champion's thing, my suspicions were correct in assuming that the jump back then was actually possible. Ah man, if only this fence existed when I was trying to become a master, my life would have been so much less complicated. I watched as the evil champion completed the course and ranked up to become a parkour master. Okay, so if there's anything I've learned from watching him rank up, I need to get rid of the impossible jump in the pro level and make it possible for pros to become masters. Alright, got that one checked. Now, where do I go? As I stepped up into the temple at the master level, my vision changed and I was inside the parkour arena. It looked like I was in the middle of a parkour battle and the evil champion was building an attack against the old man. Bro, he looks so good with the diamond boots on. This is awesome. Wait, why am I excited? This is probably when he loses everything and the world gets destroyed. I watched as the evil champion attempted a parkour combo but missed. The old champion then attacked with a combo of his own. What? Dude, I didn't know the old man could move like that. I wasn't really sure what I was looking for, but I watched as the evil champion missed the jump and lost the parkour battle. This is crazy. So the first time the evil champion fought the old man, he lost the battle. After watching the first battle between the evil champion and the old man, my vision shifted and I was now in front of the parkour bank. The parkour bank, I remember, was a place you could buy blocks with your completed daily tasks. But back then, there were no daily tasks at the master level either. It looked like you could just come here and get any block you wanted without paying anything. I went to the top floor to see if Seawat's vault was here, but there wasn't a vault here. Instead, there was another level to the parkour bank where you could get blocks to build harder parkour jumps with. But out of all the items you could get, one thing stood out from the rest. At the last dispenser, you could get totems of undying. Someone walked into the room and it was, oh, let's go, he finally ranked up. I watched as my friend grabbed multiple totems of undying just for free. That makes sense. He must have had one on him still when he gave it to me, right? Before the evil champion got rid of them. My vision shifted and I was now at the top of parkour civilization where I saw the old man. And this is when the downfall of parkour civilization began. The old champion was a great leader, but he wanted to push the boundaries of what was possible with parkour. He thought of the idea to explore invisible parkour with barrier blocks. By adding them to the parkour bank, he thought that barriers would only serve to advance parkour civilization, but he never would have guessed the consequences. The evil champion was the first one to discover that barrier blocks were unbreakable. He knew this was his chance to rise to power. He grabbed every single barrier block he could and went back to face the parkour champion. The old champion only had one barrier block on him and wasn't prepared to defend against all of these barrier block attacks. The old man knew he created his own downfall, and he knew the battle was lost already. The old man knew that power was now going to be in the wrong hands. He jumped off before he could die in the parkour battle. He knew that if he lost his champion boots in the battle, parkour civilization might be doomed forever. Now, all he could do is wait at the bottom and watch as parkour civilization plunged into darkness. He disguised himself as a noob and hoped that one day someone would be worthy enough to earn his champion boots. But until then, all he could do was hide out at the bottom level of parkour civilization and hope that the evil champion never found him. Now that the old champion was gone, there was no one to stand in the way of the evil champion. Him and his barrier blocks would go on to take the free will of everyone in parkour civilization. And now I'm the champion. Let's go. All right, well, that's definitely a lot to wrap my head around. Well, I guess it's time to start actually being a champion and making some changes around here for the better. My first changes to parkour civilization were at the noob level. I got rid of parkour prison for good. I made it so that noobs could see the layers above them, and I gave them the ability to sprint, so now they can do harder jumps. The best part is they can just respawn and try again if they fall. Oh my god, I didn't set up the respawn point. Okay, we're gonna pretend that didn't happen. Under the evil champion's rule, all players spawned in this building that Seawat was in charge of. Seawat was someone that I couldn't underestimate, so I was ready for a parkour battle, but when I showed up, he was gone. Now that I'm the champion, I can get rid of this entire building, along with this weird brainwashing machine. I went to Seawat's vault to get rid of it once and for all, and to see if he was hiding out here, but still, he was nowhere to be found. Alright, I'm just gonna hope he fell and he's not coming back. I set up the new spawn point for parkour civilization down at the noob level. New players were already starting to come in, and in my civilization, no one will tell them that they can't parkour. Yeah, I think I'm getting the hang of it. I mean, I still got a lot of work to do, but I've already made some good changes to start.
Look, Evbo, there's something I need to tell you that I should have told you a long time ago. Evbo, you should come quick. I found something, and this is not to be taken lightly. Follow me.
Oh, yeah, sure, I'm coming. Sorry, I gotta take this. You can tell me later. Hey, what are we doing all the way out here? We're so far from Parkour City. I mean, there's nothing even out here, is there?
There's something I found. Something that wasn't there before at the edge of Parkour civilization.
The edge? I parkoured for miles until I reached the edge of Parkour civilization. Beyond this point, there are no more jumps to do. The world just ends, except for the fact that there is a giant wooden pathway that seems like it just goes on forever.
I've been here. I've been to the edge of Parkour civilization, but this path was not here before. This is new. Someone made this.
Someone made this recently? Well, where does it go?